There are a trillion AI tools out there that people suggest you should use for your business, but honestly, I think there are only a few that are absolutely necessary. So in this video, I wanted to name the 5 AI tools that are the most valuable in our businesses, why I think you should use them, and why you should be paying the money to integrate them into your business. Let's begin. Now, I used to get calls and texts at 9 p.m. asking, where do I find our pricing sheet, or how do I handle this particular refund? Does that sound familiar? If you've ever spent any time looking for a template, a procedure, or a policy across your files, or if you find yourself answering repetitive questions from your team, this first tool will change everything. Because tool number 1 is Waybook, your digital brain for your business. Now, Waybook helps businesses turn what they already know into systems that anybody can follow. This tool has totally changed the way that thousands of businesses operate. And look, I'm not just saying this because it's our own platform. I'm saying this because this is an AI-packed single source of truth that's proven to reduce onboarding time by 80%, management time by 50%, and team productivity by at least 20%. And here's what makes Waybook AI different from every other documentation tool out there. It's essentially got 3 key AI features that I think are worth you knowing as a business owner. First up is the structure builder. Instead of staring at a blank page wondering, how do I even document this process? You can just tell the AI what department or process or even describe your business, and it will just organize it and build that out into the framework for you. Now, I'm talking complete processes structured in minutes, not in weeks. Then secondly, there's a test creator. And this is where most businesses fail because you can document all you want, but if your team doesn't actually understand it or they don't know where to look for it, then you're basically back to square one. So Waybook AI will automatically create quizzes, tests, and assessments based on your core pieces of knowledge and information to make sure that they've not just seen it, but they actually understand it. But here's the absolute game changer, Waybook Ask. Now, if you think about any of those repetitive questions that you get asked across the team, with Waybook Ask, your team can literally just ask the system those questions, and instantly they get accurate answers based on your specific business knowledge, private to your business, and custom to that individual. So no more interrupting you at 9 p.m. or any other time. Waybook user Hale Law saved $60,000 annually by just eliminating that information chaos, and they also cut their onboarding time in half. So that really is real money back in the business. Now, this is exactly why we built these features, because before Waybook, I myself was also living in this nightmare. Tool number 2 is Superhuman AI, the inbox savior. Now, if your email is a nightmare, this second tool will be a lifesaver. Because here's the thing about email, it's not just about sending and receiving, it's about finding that one conversation from 3 months ago where a client mentioned their specific requirements, or perhaps remembering what you promised to that vendor last quarter. Superhuman AI does something brilliant. Instead of you just scrolling through or searching through hundreds of emails like you're on a treasure hunt, you just ask it, what did Sarah say about the budget requirements? Or when did we last discuss pricing with that supplier? And boom, instantly you get an answer based on all of the context within your inbox. But here's where it gets really interesting. The AI learns your communication style and can actually help you write emails that sound just like you. So no more staring at that blank email wondering how to phrase that awkwardly worded follow-up. Now, I'll be honest, I think I've saved at least an hour a day on my email management, which hilariously has pretty much been offset by the amount of time I now spend discovering new AI tools. But hey, at least my inbox isn't controlling my life anymore. Now, if you think about this in your business, how much time do you spend just on managing your email? And I reckon it's probably more than any of us would like to admit. Now, tool number 3 is ChatGPT, but specifically building custom GPTs to fine-tune your brand voice. Now, for content and communication, ChatGPT really is a game changer. And what most people get wrong about ChatGPT is they just ask it random questions and get semi-generic responses. But when you create custom GPTs for your business, you're essentially cloning your expertise and your brand voice. Now, at Waybook, we basically use separate GPTs for different functions. One handles all of our customer service responses, trained on all of our tone, our common situations, our brand personality, and another one is able to write marketing copy that actually sounds like us, not a robot. Now, the way that we use custom GPTs within Waybook is we always do still have human in the loop. And yes, we always fine tune and add that personal touch to our communication, but it still still cuts down a lot of time. But if you're using ChatGPT, this is where it can become really powerful. We have built together a prompt database specifically for business owners. So you can think of this as your business communication tooltip. I've got prompts for everything from writing better job descriptions to crafting follow-up emails to basically getting the responses you actually need. You can download this for free in the link in the description below. The real magic happens here with error messages and system communication. You know those awkward automated emails that make your business sound a little bit like a computer wrote them? So we actually have a custom GPT that writes error messages in our brand voice. Even our something went wrong messages sound helpful and human. Now, the consistency that this creates is incredible, and your customers can start to notice that every interaction feels authentically you, whether it's a marketing email or a support response. No more spending thousands on your brand guidelines and then just letting AI write some generic garbage that sounds nothing like your brand. Create your custom GPTs, align your team around them, and consistency can scale. The fourth tool to make this list is Hopper HQ, the AI-powered social media autopilot. Now, specifically for social media, this tool is absolutely brilliant, because here's the thing about social media. It's not just about posting content. It's about posting the right content at the right time with the right strategy, doing that consistently while also maintaining your brand voice across every platform. Now, Hopper HQ does something incredible utilizing AI. Instead of you guessing when to post or what performs best, it actually analyzes your audience behavior and automatically creates a posting strategy that optimizes for engagement. It knows when your customers are most active and then schedules everything accordingly. But here's where it gets really interesting. It actually learns from your brand voice and creates content that actually sounds like you wrote it. It will automatically pull all of your best posts. It then understands your tone, your message, your style, and then it will generate weeks of content that really feels authentically yours. Now, we've used it completely to automate a lot of our social media presence across LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. And the AI basically creates content based on your strategy, schedules it for the optimal times, and then adjusts that posting frequency on whatever performing best. Now, across the team, we've saved about 5 hours a week creating and scheduling social content, because Hopper HQ handles that entire process: the strategy, the content creation, the scheduling, and the optimization. And that is real time back in our week that we can actually focus on more valuable things. And crucially, our engagement rates have actually improved. Now, Hopper HQ doesn't just post and forget it. It monitors that performance, automatically adjusts your strategy. So if you've got low engagement on a Tuesday, it shifts that content to better performing days. And if certain hashtags aren't working, it will just swap them out for better ones. The fifth tool is HubSpot's Breeze AI, your sales and customer intelligence for managing your entire customer relationship cycle. This tool is the one. Now, most CRM systems just store data, whereas Breeze AI actually thinks about your customers and your prospects. It analyzes every interaction, your emails, your calls, your meetings, to give you insights that would probably take a human hours to figure out. Now, here's what I think makes Breeze AI different. It doesn't just track what happened, it predicts what should happen next. It can tell you what leads are most likely to close, what objections a prospect might have based on similar customers that you've seen before, and even suggest the best times and methods to follow up. But where I think this gets even more powerful is that content personalization. Instead of just sending that same email, that generic follow-up sequence to everyone, Breeze can help craft those personalized messages based on each prospect, specific situation, the industry, and your previous interaction. To give you an example, let's say you have a prospect that's been looking at your pricing page multiple times, but hasn't actually responded to your emails. Breeze AI will flag this behavior and suggest sending a case study from a similar company that shows ROI rather than another generic sales email. Now, the result is that your sales conversations feel more relevant, your follow-up hits a lot harder, and you're not wasting time on leads where they were never going to convert anyway. So if you spend time trying to remember what you discussed with each prospect or figuring out what the best next steps are in the follow-up, Breeze AI can eliminate a lot of that guesswork and turn your CRM into an intelligent sales advisor. Now, one thing I would say is that it does take a little bit of time to set up, and it also needs to integrate and be enabled across a lot of the different existing modules within HubSpot. It is, of course, charged additionally, but still within your HubSpot platform. So there you have it. These tools have saved us some serious time in our businesses, improved our output, and allowed us to focus on more valuable work. Now, if you think about this, if these 5 tools eliminated 10 hours of busy work from your week, what would you do with that time? Perhaps more client work, more strategic planning, or maybe even finish work before 8 a.m. occasionally. Now, here's the math. The average employee spends about 2.5 hours daily just looking for information. That is true. That is roughly around $12,500 per employee per year in just pure wasted time. And as the business owner, you're probably spending even more time than that answering the same questions repeatedly. That seems exactly the sort of benefit that is up for grabs when you stop managing the chaos and start systemizing intelligence. So these were the top 5 AI tools that I think you should be using in your business to supercharge it today, because really here's what matters. If you use any one of these tools that we've covered, you'll likely see a real impact on your sales, your team productivity, your customer experience, and your overall business growth. Now, thinking just on Waybook, if you think about those repetitive questions that your team asks you every week, Waybook AI can just completely eliminate those existing questions, and your team becomes self-sufficient on your processes to run much more smoothly and get your evenings back. But I know what you're thinking. This sounds great, Mike, but how do I actually implement this without breaking everything that I've already built? Well, as well as just playing with tools yourself, that's exactly why Waybook offers a 7-day free trial. All you need to do is just log into Waybook, no commitment, for a chance to see how some of those AI tools can transform your business knowledge like it has done for thousands of others. You can test drive every feature we've discussed, the structure builder, the test creator, the ask, all of it, and you can set up your most chaotic processes and just watch AI organize all of that into something that your team can actually follow. Sign up for your free trial at waybook.com or click the first link in the description below. And if you're looking for that more valuable resource that can help your business thrive, check out the prompt database linked in the description below also. Now, if you're still watching this video here, feel free to drop the most common questions that your team ask in the comments below, and I will try and turn them into a piece of knowledge, system, or SOP in a structured format to give you a taste of what this looks like. Now, if you are interested in systemizing your business that little bit more, check out this video on the SOP template to transform your business. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more business content. And until next time, I hope you enjoy some smooth scaling. Have a great one.